Just what, Grandma Jean?
What, dear?
I come from Canada. Mommy told me that yesterday.
Is that so?
Yep.
Well, I never would have guessed that. Thank you for telling me, Zoe.
You're welcome. Where do you come from, Grandma Jean?
That's a long story.
That's all right. I want to know.
Okay, then. Well, my family, the Adams family, came from Britain, a small country across the ocean. I was merely 4 years old then, but Father told me that it was hard to make a living off the farm there. Farmers had evicted us from the land, so we sailed across the sea in a big ship loaded with many other people. It was quite crowded in there, apparently.
Are we ever going to get there?
I know it's hard, honey, but we'll be there soon. And when we get there, I'm sure that the house shall please you.
Really?
Yes, dear. I assure you it's true.
But can somebody please tell me it'll be more comfortable over there? Because this is too bad for my old body.
Of course there will be, Mildred. I just hope there won't be so many deaths and people having diseases over there.
Oswald!
I know we're all irritated and uncomfortable, but today is the last day of this 3-week-long trip. We must be patient.
No need for patience. I think the boat is slowing down.
Indeed, I think we've arrived.
Thank God.
We arrived in the colonies poor as many other families were, and we moved to New York City. By July 4th, the rebels, who were declaring independence of Britain, had control over all 13 colonies. Anyone who openly proclaimed their devotion to the king was not allowed to stay a part of the 13 colonies because the majority of the population wanted independence. Some of the Loyalists that stayed helped fight with the British Army, but a lot of the Loyalists either fled because the rebels had socially and physically tormented.
Ungrateful kids are going to pay for this!
In our case, they
Blasted traitors!
Father, they're burning my city!
I know, but we must leave Teddy and this country behind. We're not wanted here.
Why, if I had those legs of yours, Henry,
Oh, stop it, Oswald. You'll give yourself a heart attack.
Where are we going?
Don't worry, Mary. Everything's going to be all right.
All right? Nothing is going to be all right. We're on a boat to God knows where. Our house is in ashes. We're not going to be all right.
Yes, Father, we are going to be all right. Where we're going, we'll be able to build a better house and have a better life than we had before.
You mean we're going to Canada?
That's exactly what I mean, Mary.
Yay! We're going to Canada! Mother, what's Canada?
Canada is a place where the Patriots can't come and hurt us.
Oh, but why do we have to ride in a stinking, ugly boat like this one?
I'm not sure. We'll just have to respect your father's decisions.
Okay. We were lucky that the government was able to provide us with food and material rations. If it hadn't been so, we would not have survived. In fact, the food lasted a year in total, just enough for us to establish our farm.
Where's the house, Mother?
Well, you know the tools that Father got in town?
Yes.
Well, he's going to chop wood and make a house with them.
Well, looks like you have a lot of work to do, Father. Better get going.
But don't worry, Henry. We're all going to pitch in. Mary Jane and I are going to go and make up a stew.
Thank you very much, Mother. Let's all get to work now.
Look, Father. There's already a little shack for us.
Great, that'll give us shelter while we building our new house.
Oh, goody.
Come on, Father, we can keep going.
Oh, I'm tired. I need to
no,
rest.
come on now. You
I
can
need
do more
to
than
rest.
that. Oh, take a break then. I'll do the rest myself. Forget about it.
So he had to do it all by himself?
Yes, Father had to build the house and the barn all on his own, and in a great haste because cold weather was approaching.
Wow.
Hello, Mary.
Hello, Mom. How are you today?
Oh, not so bad, my creaking bones. How are you?
Well, I'm sure glad that the crop grew successfully. The wheat and corn we've grown will be a very good exchange for Jack Robinson's cutlery and tools that he's made in his very own blacksmith shop, don't you think?
But Henry told me that he doesn't think that it's a good idea that we trade with our neighbor all the time.
Why not? He needs wheat just as much as we need horseshoes and cutlery. He doesn't grow crop like we do, remember? Besides, he lives 10 miles away. He's hardly considered a neighbor anyway. Listen, I know Henry goes to town every 2 months for supplies, livestock, tools, and everything else we need. But that doesn't mean we should stop bartering with Jack Robinson.
All right, you've proved your point. I'm gonna go tell Henry that we should still do barter with him, although he will still need to go in town to get the supplies that we need, because Jack can't provide everything. And with the prices of the timber going up, we'll be able to make more profit off our land, and then we'll be just fine.
What happened to everyone else, Grandma?
Well, unfortunately, at the age of 64, my grandfather died.
Oswald! No!
Why couldn't he have lived, Grandma?
Our grandfather Oswald's death was mainly due to pneumonia and lack of medical aid. Unfortunately, he died before he could see the effects that us Loyalists had on Canada. In Canada, everything was different from what we were used to. The laws were different, and we could hardly understand most of the people because they spoke French.
Excuse me,
What?
do you know where the post office is?
No. What?
The post office. I have a letter, and I want to send it. Where do I go?
Ça tombe bien folle, madame. Cherchez de mon terrain, s'il vous plaît.
I just want to know where the post office is.
No.
So you don't know where it is? Oh, okay. Thank you.
Merci.
We weren't used to their laws and government, so we sent letters to Britain explaining what was wrong. We asked them if we could have a government representative, but it was denied by the Act of Quebec in 1774. Over the years, the Loyalists established educational, religious, and government institutions. One of the Loyalists, a family friend, Egerton Ryerson, started to make a strong and possibly lasting influence on education. Other people started to hopefully make their mark in politics by showing support for the British conservative ideals. I guess what made us different from the Patriots was that when it came to government, we wanted evolution, not revolution.
Guess what, Grandma?
Mainly due to pneumonia and a lack of medicine aid.
So he did it all by himself?
Yes, Father had to build the house and